showdown here. A matchup of two elite quarterbacks. Might not see a better QB duel all season long. Both guys hoping to use this big stage to display their supremacy. Welcome to Death Valley, the home field of the Clemson Tigers. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Street. Let's get this thing underway. The Gamecocks will kick this deep to start us off. Bringing it out, it's Turner. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So Clemson's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Remember last year, both these teams collided playing well at the end of the season. It ended up being a brutal defensive game. Gamecocks rallying late to win it by 3.
Yeah, Chris, think about last year. One thing about Clemson, when they have a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter in Death Valley, usually that game is over. But when Norris Sellers, the quarterback from South Carolina, went on the road in that environment and won the hearts and the trust of the staff to be able to win that game in a comeback fashion, really exciting, and I think it really elevates the intensity of this rivalry.
Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
And now a quick 3rd down test on this opening drive of the game. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Bringing pressure. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the 1st sack of the game.
And the Tigers will line up to boot it away. On a punt now for the first time today. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. How cool is this matchup? We've got an elite quarterback. We talked to him about the opportunity to face a corner on the other side who's just as elite.
You know, anytime that you're a corner and you consider yourself the best in the country, there's no better opportunity than going up against one of the top quarterbacks in the country. Let's see who can step up and show that they're the better player.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm with the football. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
They didn't press that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Back to pass. It's Sellers. Quick completion to the tight end. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. The Gamecocks will have 1st and 10 here. They mix it up with a run. They try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
And it's a direct snap. He's in the clear. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play on this Wildcat look. It's a 1st down. And the Gamecocks pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Running out of time in the pocket. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to big red zone stop. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. 7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Catch made in space. Look out. Touchdown, South Carolina. This quarterback on fire today. Wow, that is an impressive start, Kirk. In an emotional game like this, to be so efficient, to click like that early is impressive.
Well, it's very impressive and a great way to start for this team because all the build-up and all the hype, now you can just settle in and play your game.
Extra point try coming now. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Clemson, 0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Handoff here from the shotgun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. Here's the second down play.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's good as he throws it. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The coverage team will bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. And it's South Carolina in the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Great cut there. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. The pass rush closing in. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Play fake, looking to throw. It's a quick grab. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Keeps it on the draw. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And the lead remains at 7 after the miss. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
It's the latest chapter in a backyard rivalry game that goes back to 1896. Of course, these days, it's a non-conference end-of-the-year collision, Kirk, but it really has gained prominence in recent years.
And I think this is one of the nastier rivalries out there, to be honest with you. And I think over the last probably 10 or 15 years, Clemson has obviously taken their program to another level. What Shane Beamer's been able to do here in the last few years in Columbia has really elevated the Gamecocks program. So it's gone to a whole nother level, not just for Clemson, but really for both these teams.
They bring them down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Movement here from the tight end. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Looking to throw. It's Klubnik. Defense is coming after him. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Going to earn the first down, but paid for it with a hard hit. The Tigers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Play action here on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Brought down, but broken tackle. It's a solid game there.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
End zone ahead, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
That's how you close a half off of this offense, leaning on the run game to get into the end zone and setting yourself up to go into half all tied up. What a game we have here.
Team on now for the extra point. And the PAT is good. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's going to take it in. A game-changing play. Touchdown, Tigers.
How about that one, Chris? The big man goes up, shows his skills to come up with that interception, and then the athletic ability to run it back for a touchdown. The big guy can move.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
He lets it go on the move. He makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down here for this offense. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Pressure is coming. Swarm with a pass rush, a sack. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long for 25. He's running out of time here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Want to make an adjustment for this critical down. third and very long, looking to throw. On the move now. He's going to take off here. He shreds the tackle. And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this first half of play. That is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And this crowd coming to life here trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The Gamecocks bring their punt team onto the field. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. And the ball fair caught right at midfield. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. The defense has got it. The football comes out. They bring him down after a short return, but this defense comes up with the takeaway.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. Here's the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Makes a quick grab. Will actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
A running play called on fourth down. The Gamecocks will try to keep this drive moving.
And that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
The pocket breaking down. Down he goes. It's a sack.
What a great play here by a Clemson defender. Makes you think of all these great Clemson defenders they've had over the years, like The Fridge or Daquan Bowers, Vic Beasley, Grady Jarrett, and of course most recently Miles Murphy, who got drafted just a few years ago. Always great defensive lineman, allows this defense to be athletic, and with players like this, it's just a defense you do not want to face.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. The Gamecocks keep the football on the move. They'll try the ground game here. here he goes. Breaks into the clear. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
It was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level, and with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
And they'll set up for the PAT. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. And they bounce back from that costly error here. First play of the drive, they look to the right. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Tied up here in the third quarter. These second down and long plays become important as they try to avoid third and long. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Catch made on the out route. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Makes the catch downfield. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. The shotgun run call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. We get to the end of 3. It's been a tremendous competitive battle here as we check out some of the stats so far. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Breaks into the clear. Here he goes. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. And the Tigers come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Wide open downfield. They finally stop him, and now before he gets to the 16-yard line. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry up. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch. Can he get in? They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal. Here we go, the most important series of this game. Tied up, first and goal. They've got him in the backfield, nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. Offense facing second and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Ball scooped up on the defense. They get him down, but the recovery and the return could be a game-changing moment.
Boy, when you're running your quote-unquote 4-minute offense, it's a combination of working the clock and getting productive yards. They were doing that. And then to end it with a fumble just ruins that opportunity. Now you give your opponent a chance to not just get the recovery, but a chance to go down and win the game.
First down and goal now. Can they punch it in? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Looking to score the one to the right side. Rolling the run up the middle. So here we go. Third and goal. Can they punch it in from the 1? Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Touchdown, South Carolina. They jump on top now here in the 4th. We have got a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask from the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
South Carolina, 21. Clemson, 14.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. On the run, it's Steves. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
And this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
They made the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. And he'll pick up the first down. Stop at the 27.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert, come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Breaks an open space. He's in the clear. Here he goes. They make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk of yardage on that play. A timeout is called. Talk some strategy on this very important drive. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. They make the tackle at the 19, but this offense now has a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made over the middle. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. They get to the line in a hurry here for this 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got it with room to run. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. Clock is stopped. Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. And he'll set up to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. And that's their first timeout. Ball handed off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. Grab behind the line, it's Williams. And the defense swarms him. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage. This could be the biggest play so far. 4th and goal. And this offense is down. Needs this. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. Looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
The shotgun handoff here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. And they stop the clock with a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. The stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. They make the tackle, but that's enough for a first down, and that should do it. Well, the experts will say, Kirk, this was an upset, but it felt like a really even matchup. 2 quality teams battling right down to the end. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, what a game. This is really what you love about college football. Good against good. Find out who ends up having the upper hand at the end of the day. This is a great victory for this ball club. Let's see what they do after this win.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.